Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 online action. Today I've got a very special treat for you guys. This is actually going to be a 2v2 with Ultra Funds, Midland, and the Empire facing off against a massive horde of Beastmen. We've got my forces here under the Reichland flag with Volkmar the Grim. Of course, Midland has Boris Todbringer, looking to get his eye back from Kazrak the One-Eye, who's over on this side, and we've got Morgur the Shadowgave leading his forces here. So let's quickly go through the army compositions. Not going to go into too much detail here, but for Midland, got a front line of great swords with some spearmen with shields, full rank steam tank. Since this is on Ultra Funds, we had a lot of money to play with here. We've got a couple halberdiers as well, 3 units of handgunners, a light wizard, an Empire captain, and Boris Todbringer. As well as the Hammer of Witches that you saw in that opening shot there. For myself, I've got a Luminarch of Hysh. We've also got the Royal Altdorf Griffites hidden in the woods over here, protecting the Midland flank. Got 3 units of Knights of the Blazing Sun in the back with Volkmar the Grim, some Flagellants. These are actually the Tattersouls Regiment of Renown. Another unit of Flagellants over here. Sigmar's Sons to form an unbreakable second line with Spearmen with shields up front, supported by a Warrior Priest here, who of course has the Flaming Banner, and I've also got a Bright Wizard for maximum fire damage. We've also got 4 units of Pistoliers up acting as a Vanguard. Some of you guys think these guys are a meme unit, but they've actually got quite a bit better in successive patches, and I like them quite a bit in certain matchups, particularly against the lower armor factions like Beastmen, Skaven, and so on. Very good pick in this matchup. For the forces of Kazrak here, he's got most of his forces deployed here. This is actually Italian Spartacus. Black Iron Battles is going to be Midland, and Gojira will be taking Morgur the Shadowgave. Don't know if I mentioned that already, but I just wanted to make sure I did. Goreherd up front with some best score in the center. We've got, let's see here, Destroyers of Drakewald, Butchers of Kalkengard, Minotaurs, Gorbel, Brashim Lord Wild, and of course Kazrak. I have Morsleb under Morgur's banner with some Centaurs with great weapons. We've got some more Minotaurs with great weapons, a couple of Chaos Spawn, Korok's Manrippers, Bestigor Herd in the center, Ungor Spearman Herd, and some Gore Herds. We've also got Bray Shaman Lord of Shadows, more Minotaurs with great weapons, and a huge force of Centaurs and Centaurs with great weapons. So very fun stuff. We've also got some Vanguards in the back, a bunch of Ungor Raiders sneakily deployed in the corner here, and some Hounds on the other side. So now let's kick the battle, as we're going to straight away just start popping off shots into that Cygor. Of course, it's a very high value target, so the Hammer of Witches and this Luminarch, the Templehof Luminarch, going to be opening up shots and immediately just pounding that Cygor. So those of you who have got destroyed by this Cygor in multiplayer, this is for you right here. Just getting absolutely worked, and yeah, it'll only take a handful of shots, especially from that Luminarch, do quite a bit of damage. You can see the handgunners opening up shots on the Beastmen crossing the flank there. We're going to get these Pistoliers kind of screening out the approach on this side before Volkmar and his forces charge in. So very, very cool stuff. This is going to be an absolutely massive battle, so hope you guys are excited. Some Beastmen forces going to be pushing up and around the flank. Meanwhile, over on this side, the engagement is already getting underway. We've got Spearmen holding the initial line here. Handgunners raining in some fire. Ooh, a nice hit there from the Cygor, who's not quite down yet, but will be shortly. Meanwhile, Beastmen just swarming on the side here, getting on this steam tank, who actually had taken out a few of those Chaos Spawn, but the Royal Altdorf Griffites going to be coming in, trying to deal with these Centaurs. There are many more Centaurs than they can deal with, but they're going to get a hold of the one unit here and do some good damage. Probably should have come into support here, but there's a lot of Minotaurs with great weapons just collapsing this Empire flank right here. So Black Iron's Midland definitely taking a rough engagement there, but up through the center, the Greatswords are actually going to be holding surprisingly well. Boris and the Empire Captain going to be coming in for a hardcore goon. Meanwhile, over on this side, the successive charges from these Knights of the Blazing Sun. We're going to get an Overcast, Burning Head going down the line as well. I believe, oh, absolutely brutal. We also had got a Banishment in this pocket, I believe. And yep, that Luminarch just got a really nice hit on the Gorbel. Now that the Cygor's been finished off, we're going to focus on the Gorbel as the next priority target. He's going to do some damage to Volkmar, and you can see the Beastmen are kind of compromising the flank a little bit here, but Butchers of Kalkengard, of course, have the standard regeneration traits, so if I can get a good charge with these Knights of the Blazing Sun, we should be able to do a good amount of damage there, dropping a Flaming Sword of Ruin and just popping Gorbel with that Luminarch there. He's just about down. It's actually got the Axe of Men up to cause terror, but thankfully I've got a lot of unbreakable troops in this pocket. Meanwhile, over on this flank, I had missed. There was a really nice Penumbral Pendulum. Black Iron unleashed a Banishment, and here comes just a devastating Pit of Shades, just destroying this huge pocket of otherwise very healthy greatswords. The Empire was kind of, the Midland rather, was kind of winning that flank a little bit, but now the Beastmen are just going to be collapsing. The Steam Tank still holding out for the time being. Royal Althorf Griffites have held out valiantly, have racked up 72 kills of mostly cavalry, but at this point just being swarmed by Minotaurs with great weapons and more. So kind of coming to a bit of a desperate last stand here. We did manage to get the Butchers of Kalkengard with some Knights of the Blazing Sun here. We've got some Pistoliers in a supporting position, so we should be able to take them down. Volkmar himself, of course, also in a position to support. Butchers of Kalkengard do cause terror, but we should be able to catch them out. Luminarch also firing into this pocket here. Oh, no, actually looks like it actually just friendly fired some of those handgunners. That was a bit unfortunate, but Hammer of Witches is firing in here at these Minotaurs. We've got some Flagellants and more chasing off some Bestigor herd. Butchers of Kalkengard get caught by the Knights of the Blazing Sun here and actually routed off, especially with the supporting fire from those Pistoliers. So, yeah, we're going to be able to push them off the side of the field, and that's a very high-value unit gone. You can see Beastmen, though, are swarming up and over the hill. We're going to catch one unit of Centaurs with a net. The other unit, we're just going to swarm with overwhelming amounts of Pistoliers, and these guys are just going to get in here and surround these Centaurs and actually take them down in melee. I mean, it's not going to be necessarily pretty, but the Pistoliers will be able to win out there. A very nice Brace Cream, though, going down from the Bracium Lord Wild. We're going to put a stop to that real quick, so let's see. Ooh, just blast that Bray Shaman and slides right through those Bestigor as well, which is actually going to terrify them because of Volkmar's presence. The Centaurs pushing through. We did start to lose out that engagement, so pulled back. Now we're going to pull in the Knights of the Blazing Sun into a supporting position. You can see Boris out in the far side gooning out the leadership. Morgar the Shadowgave definitely taking a beating here from Boris. Boris coming in for a quick hit and run before these Minotaurs and Griffins can get in here. He's going to need to get back up in the air ASAP, otherwise he's going to take a lot of damage. These Royal Althorf Griffites, though, did rally just by the side of the map here. We're going to get them back into action shortly. We're kind of moving towards the final engagement here. As you can see, things are very, very even. I do still have some forces here holding out relatively steady. Quite a few Flagellants. Those Tattersouls still have about 87 unit models. Minotaurs, unfortunately, getting into my Pistoliers here. We're running low on ammo, though, so doing what we can to hold these guys in place while we get them in a bit of a crossfire. Centaurs, though, also coming in, interrupting those plans, and at this point it's looking pretty rough. Those Pistoliers are gone. Ooh, here comes a shot from the Luminarch right point blank, though. Just bashes like 3 or 4 of those Minotaurs unit models. Holy cow, that was a brutal shot. And, ooh, looks like a Devolve going down from our opponents. Just trying to finish off some of these Flagellants and other units. Knights of the Blazing Sun, though, going to come in for a rear charge, utilize that high charge bonus against the low armor of the Minotaurs with great weapons, and try and finish them off. And we are actually going to rout them. Of course, Volkmar's Terror playing a key role there. A little bit of friendly fire again on those Knights of the Blazing Sun, but yeah, we're trying to finish off Kazarak here. You can see Morkar actually does go down to Boris, despite him having the support of those Minotaurs with great weapons there. This Empire Captain just kind of harassing these Ungol Raiders, keeping them from coming and supporting this engagement here. You can see the Greatswords are also moving in to support there. But here comes the final engagement. You can see we've netted, oh, and it looks like we were going to shoot that guy, but it looks like the Light Wizard actually coming in and finishing off that Bray Shaman there. So, yeah, here comes the final engagement. All these Beastmen have blobbed in against the remaining infantry that we have, so we're going to unleash just a torrent of magic with another Overcast Burning Head, a banishment from Volkmar, and a banishment from the Light Wizard. So, what originally had been a pocket of, like, 2 full units of, well, not full, about half health units of Bestigor, the Koroks Man Rippers, several supporting Ungor Herd, Chaos Spawn, and Minotaurs just gets absolutely melted by an overwhelming torrent of magic. And at this point, that's going to swing the balance of power finally decisively in the Empire's favor. We're going to be finishing things off here. So, yeah, this one unit of Minotaurs with great weapons is pretty much the only thing left. They're going to come in and try and goon Volkmar, but at this point, you know, we've got the support of Boris. We've got these Knights of the Blazing Sun also going to be getting a beautiful rear charge here, or side charge rather, and all these Flagellants and other Empire state troops getting in here for Sigmar, just all ready, all hyped up on the holy power. So very cool battle and a beautiful cinematic ending, just that devastating torrent of magic unleashed by Volkmar and the Bright Wizard and the Light Wizard all working together to finish off the Beastmen there. And what a battle, huh? Man, those Ultra Fun's 2v2s are so much fun. I'll have to do a few more for you guys on the channel, but yeah, super fun battle. Let's take a look at the breakdowns here. So for myself, Volkmar racking up 145 between his 2 banishments and running around on his cart. Definitely did some good work. 71 on the Bright Wizard with that Overcast Burning Head. The 2 Overcast Burning Heads, in fact, did some very nice work as well. Tattersouls actually did pretty decent, 111 kills. Might have to experiment a little bit with these guys some more, just due to the fact that they have more unit models than a regular unit of Flagellants. They can actually put out more damage, I think, so I'll have to kind of mess around with them and see. They might be a unit that's actually reasonably cost effective. The regular Flagellants did get an XP Chevron. You know, they didn't do amazing, but Knights of the Blazing Sun, one of them, 136, 3 XP Chevrons, 40 and an XP Chevron, 50, no Chevron, but 102 on the Altdorf Griphites by the end of the day. Definitely took down a lot of those Centaurs and more out on the flank. The Tempelhof Luminarch as well, being an absolute MVP, sniping out the Eye of Morsleb, sniping out the Gorbel, helping take down some more, you know, monstrous infantry and so on. I'm a big fan of Luminarchs right now. They're definitely in a good place, and I'll be featuring them in some more replays upcoming. For Black Iron's forces, that Light Wizard getting the devastating banishment. I believe he got 2 banishments, 96 kills in total. Very good stuff there. Boris and the Empire Captain doing their jobs of gooning out the leadership of Morker the Shadowgave. They were able to take him down, and that Brave Shaman Lord of Shadows. The Brave Shaman, though, was able to unleash some magic of his own, 86 kills, 42 on Morker. Of course, we don't get to see the Chaos spawn, but the front line for Gojira doing pretty well, 78, 142, only 36 and 37, but these Centaurs as well, 134, 3 XP Chevrons. They got into some juicy something there. And the Minotaurs with great weapons as well, 2 XP Chevrons, 52 kills, 72 and 1 here. They also helped to take down that Steam Tank, which in the end didn't really pay out. The Steam Tank did get buffed a little bit in the latest patch, but I really don't think it's enough. I'll be kind of going through my feelings on the Steam Tank at a later date, but we'll get to that at another time. The Hounds were able to be caught by the Knights of the Blazing Sun in the back, so they were kind of a non-factor. For Italian's forces, the Koroks men, or the Butchers of Kalkengard, and these Minotaurs did reasonably well. His front line kind of got run over by Knights of the Blazing Sun a little bit and magicked out, but yeah, overall the flanking force there was able to push past the Royal Altdorf Griphites just with overwhelming numbers, and were able to get into some of those handgunners for Black Iron battles, who at the end of the day weren't super cost effective. The Great Swords did okay as well, but the handgunners kind of got compromised. These Ungol Raiders also got to the back line and were shooting like the handgunners, and the Halberdiers helped collapse that flank a lot faster. And then this one Bestigor herd, 193 kills somehow. They just got into the right location and just butchered some Flagellants or something. I'm not 100% sure, but they definitely did pretty decent. But overall, very fun battle. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that cool cinematic Ultra Fun's 2v2. It was a special treat for you guys who like the Empire. I know you quite a few fans of the Empire on the channel. I personally am a big fan of them as well, so going to be trying them out some more in the new patch, kind of seeing how they fit into the multiplayer landscape. But this battle was more just for fun, although it ended up being quite close in the end. So well played to everyone involved. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button, so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thank you once again, and we'll see you next time.